Guys, have you ever had a dream your entire life and that dream finally come true? Well, that is exactly what this video is about. Since I stepped foot in a gym, I have always wanted my own home gym, and I finally created that. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about what it took to transform my cluttered, unused garage into my ideal home gym, and the design process, what equipment I used, and how long it took to make that happen. So the entire process took me just about over a month. But I'm talking about like a month of like solid, diligent work, from designing to researching to understanding the different types of equipment and home gym, with minimizing the footprint, and then actually ordering the equipment, receiving it, and then building it, which was a whole process in and of itself. It's a lot of boxes. I mean, unboxing is it's not that fun. I guess it's a little fun. It'll be fun once it's all put together.
We'll make it ASMR.
I feel really excited about it. Like, I love training at Gold. Like, Gold is where I train pretty much every day. But there is something really exciting about just being able to walk out into my backyard and go into the garage and just put on my own music and control the vibe and just have like as long of a workout as I need to or want to, and then be able to go back inside and just like cut that commute time going back and forth to the gym. And then just having a space to create more content. Like, that's been just a challenge for like most content creators, as you guys know, for those of you that make your own content, like having to get approval at the gym, and sometimes the music's really loud, there's a bunch of people in the background, so you can't really get like ideal conditions that you can in a controlled setting like this. So I had a little mishap. So whenever they were delivering the pallets, obviously it's a ton of weight and it shifted the mats. All right, so just opened up the bench. This is the Blackwing Bench. Came with some assembly instructions, but like, really, who reads these things? We're just gonna start putting things together and see if it fits.
I lied. Good thing I recorded that. Caught it 4K.
Let's actually read this manual, just so we only have to do this once.
How's it going?
It's going. You can see it's coming.
Wow, those weights are huge.
I told you. I told you they're big.
What do you think, sweetie?
You excited, Bianca?
Yes, so excited to have a home gym. And I don't ever have to leave the kitties.
So this is day number 2 of the equipment being stored in my garage. It's been a crazy week and I haven't had a moment to get out here and actually start unpacking all this stuff. So it's a pretty daunting task when you think about it, because this is just filled with weights. Like, these boxes are just filled with dumbbells and plates and bars and all the rest of it. So even just unpacking this is going to be a workout in and of itself. I'm telling you, I've just been in this era where I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it myself, and I don't have the patience to wait on anybody else. And you know, sometimes that gets things done quickly, but it definitely doesn't make it easier. I don't know what day this is. Feels like I've been at this for weeks. Just this never-ending amount of boxes to unpack and throw away and clear out the garage. And man, this is a lot more than I originally anticipated. I know it's gonna all be worth it at the end. I'm just trying to manage my energy. The next piece of equipment that I'm building is this squat rack. All the parts, got 4 posts, got the connectors, and I've got the pull-up bar. And yeah, let's see how long this takes me to build. I gotta think of a name. If you guys have a good name for me for this gym, put it in the comments so that I can get some good ideas. So this is the first look at what it's gonna be like with the mirrors in here, and I'm super happy about this. All right, so one of the main reasons I wanted my own home gym was so I could buy back some time. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, I do a lot of different things, so time is of the essence. So simply by reducing the commute time to and from makes a big difference in my schedule. And then on top of that, I get to control the environment of where I train. And somebody that likes to blast music and do my own thing, train shirtless, make content, having my own space always made sense to me, but I never had an actual space that I could dedicate to put a ton of equipment in there. But I just recently moved into a new spot and I had a detached garage. And as soon as I saw the spot, I was like, I'm gonna make this my home gym, finally. And here we are. Welcome to my dream home gym.
I put a blessing on it. Too real, this ain't metaphoric. We just put the iron iconic, buzzing like I'm electronic. Yeah, I put a blessing on it. See me dripping in it 24.
All right, y'all, so here you have it. This is the gym setup that I made in my garage. I was looking to make a space that felt like it had a lot of room for different activities and different exercises, and also have all of the equipment that I wanted. So as I was doing my research, there were a couple different companies that kept popping up as far as home equipment goes, and it was Titan Fitness, it was Rogue Fitness, and it was Rep Fitness. And after doing a ton of research, I ended up going with Rep Fitness just because I believe that it best suited my needs. It was also, from a budgetary perspective, it was more affordable. And I think that the quality of this equipment is built to last. Like they're, from the ordering process to the shipment, their customer service, everything about Rep Fitness is a home run. So, which is why I decided to go with them. So the way that I kind of started selecting equipment was first thinking about the footprint that it was gonna take. So the first thing I started looking at was functional trainers, because yes, I could get dumbbell sets, I could get a squat rack and barbell and plates, but you can do so much with a functional trainer. So this is the 4-post functional trainer from Rep Fitness that has the Aries 2.0 attachment on it. So you can see that it has 2, 4, 6 different pulleys on here, and the weight stacks go up to 155 pounds down at the very bottom. So you can pull some serious weight on here. I don't even think I've maxed out that weight stack yet since I've been training on it. But this thing is completely modular. So they make different versions of this. You can actually extend out different storage units to the side. You can actually make different posts come forward to make this like a full squat cage. But for me, I was trying to make it as tight to the wall as possible so I could free up a lot of this space right here. So the truth is, if you were just looking for one piece of equipment to buy for your home gym, I would get one of these. The variety of exercises you can do on this are endless. You can do leg movements, you can do arm movements, shoulders, back, chest, literally every single thing that you need, you can do here. So you've got the low ones down here. So this is really great for whenever you're doing like seated rows down here. You can actually sit down on the ground. They're unilateral, so you can do them individually, and they also make attachments where you can make this a single pulley, and you can do like different bars and ropes and things like that. Then you also have the pulleys up here, which are great for doing like cable flies, high rows, things like you can do rows like that. Literally possibilities are endless. And then the really cool part is that it also has this lat pull down. This is really important because if it was only these two pulleys, you can't really get that full extension, and you're pulling from really wide unless you made some kind of bar that attached there. The cool thing here is that they have all these different accessories that you can put on as well. So check this out. These are these leg rollers. So I can put this in right here. As you can see, there's nothing here. So if you buy these 2 leg rollers, you can actually set up a bench or a seat, whatever you want, and then put your legs under here. So now this just became like a fully functional lat pull down that you can do seated, to where you're not coming off the seat, without these leg anchors. So that is just one use or one accessory that can just multiply the amount of workouts and exercises that you can do. You can also use these things to do like Bulgarians, different things like that. One of the things that I love about Rep Fitness is just the details and the quality of their products. So even like their handles, you can feel just how sturdy these things are and how much they're gonna last. And then like even like the quick release cable adjustment. So it's got this safety pin right here that you take out, and then you just literally pull it, and it's actually really light. This is my sled.
So you still use it as a garage?
For this, yeah. So actually, yes. So I do have to, you know, move the bike out here whenever I train, and now you just see how much more space is in here. But let me show you a little secret. So it's actually all the stuff I don't want you guys to see are back here. You'll see here, this is actually that same squat rack without the Aries 2.0 cable attachment. So you'll see this is a 4-post squat rack, like 93 inches tall. And again, I went with a 4-post because I wanted the footprint to be as small as possible. You know, for my purposes, this is great. I don't really need a squat cage in here because I'm not doing, you know, crazy amounts of weights to where I need like a safety spotter right here. If I fail on squats, I'm just gonna drop the weights. So again, this is the 4-post PR 5000 squat rack from Rep Fitness. I also have these foot extenders here. So this is important, you know, if you're not bolting your rack to the floor, because you want that extra leverage to support the weight. You know, whenever you have this thing fully loaded, you don't want that thing to topple over and, you know, squish you. Put these foot extenders here for extra support. I also got this really cool dumbbell shelf that goes in between the rack, and that's because, you know, the 2 dumbbell racks that I got over here, they didn't accommodate for dumbbells all the way up to 100, so I put the 95s and the 100s over here. I also had another shelf in here too that went right here, but to be honest, I like looking in the mirror whenever I'm training. I like to see my form, if I need to make any adjustments, and yeah, it's just nice to have a mirror for that. So cleared up that space so I could see. And then I also have all of the different bumper plates right here. You know, I went with the black and white just to go with the theme. I think I got weights up to like 400 pounds. If I need to add more later, I will, but let's be honest, I'm not really training with 400 pounds at a time. Yeah, so up top here, you'll see just a really plain like 1-inch pull-up bar. I actually had another pull-up bar in here before this that kind of was like a multi-grip bar that actually extended upward and went like this. But because I have this like 2x4 here to support the lights, it didn't really leave much space for me to do pull-ups without kind of like almost hitting my head there. And also it was much taller, so Bianca, she's only like, you know, 5'2" or something like that. She couldn't really jump up there and reach it. So I just went with a lower bar, you know.
No muscle ups, unfortunately.
No muscle ups, yeah. Not in here, which is fine. Darn it, I won't be able to do muscle ups, but yeah, so they make a ton of different attachments here as well, depending on your pull-up needs. But for me, I just like the classic bar. I did get 2 barbells just because I want to be able to train, you know, multiple people in this place at once. I went with this black Colorado bar, and this is kind of like their all-purpose bar. Rep makes a ton of different types of bars. They have like safety bars, they have like hack squat bars, they have like powerlifting bars, they have more bars that have different types of knurling right here, so like the grips right here, different colors. But again, I think this black on black look just is really clean. But this is a really sick bar, you know. It's like, again, the details, right? So you see Colorado rep right here, 20 kg. All of their equipment or their warehouse is built in Colorado. So, you know, the shipping time from the warehouse to here in LA was really quick. I was actually really surprised at how quickly it got here. All right, next up, let's talk about this bench. This bench, also Rep Fitness. This is their Blackwing Bench. This is their brand new bench, adjustable bench. And what I like about this is it has this 0 gap feature, so you can actually make this gap completely eliminated with this kind of like bottom pad roller adjustment. And if you want to change it up and go even at an incline, again, see, it closes that gap and it makes it really comfortable. The other thing is I went with the wider back pad. So for somebody like me, it's got a wide back. It's just like, it's super comfortable. Like I sit on this thing and I'm just like, this is how a gym bench should feel. It is incredibly sturdy and well built. I think it's rated for like over 1,000 pounds. You can adjust the degrees of incline, and this one also has a decline, so you can go even lower. And if you wanted to put this on like a platform or a little elevation, you could do that. And you can also put a leg roller attachment here that it's compatible with. So if you wanted to do like an incline, like abs, you know, you could put like a leg roller here and do that. Whenever you are working with limited space, like this is pretty open right now, but if I wanted to save space, you know, you could just hook it up and then store it, you know, tight against the wall, and then you got like a bunch more space. So just quality. This is an essential if you want, you know, your own home gym. Next up, we got the dumbbells. You know, you'll see that I have a full dumbbell set and the adjustables, which I'll get into those in a second. These dumbbells, you know, they're rubber coated. You know, they take up quite a bit of space when you look at this. These two racks go up to 90 pounds, you know, pairs of dumbbells. And then, like I said, I have the 95 and 100s over here. I needed to go up to that weight just because I normally do chest and shoulders with weights that are above, you know, 80, 90, 100 pounds. So I wanted to have that option. And to be honest, you know, me and Bianca train at the same time a lot of the time, or like I have buddies that I train with. So if I want to do like supersets, things like that, or have two people training at once, we can use multiple dumbbells and we don't have to like trade off back and forth. So look at this. This is probably, you know, these are each 4 foot, you know, so you're talking about 8 foot of space right here just to accommodate these 90, 5 to 90 pound dumbbells. Then over here, this is the brand new Rep collaboration with Pepin, which is another manufacturer. And these are the brand new adjustable sets, adjustable dumbbell set from Rep. These go up to 120 pounds. Yeah. So this could possibly replace all of that. I still don't have a stand for these yet. I'm gonna get a stand that's gonna go right here just so I can quickly, you know, make the adjustments. I never expected to like training with adjustable dumbbells because I've always used traditional dumbbells, but I have been pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy training with these because you can so quickly adjust the weight on these things. So for example, you know, it was just set on 120. If I wanna make this 40 pounds, all I gotta do is click this out, use this slider to make it the appropriate weight that I want, and then take it out of the case. I think that if you want a home gym, having a set of really high quality adjustable dumbbells is a no-brainer if you can, you know, afford it. And the thing is, these two are actually much cheaper than buying the other full set of dumbbells. So it saves space and it saves on money as well. So these are actually 45. So literally as simple as that. You can just take them straight out, you can sit down, you know, they make a little bit of noise, but you know, as far as training goes, you can simply just, you know, get your workout, do your set. You can drop them if you want, but I will say this, because this doesn't have a coating, you have to be mindful of your floor, because if you're going to be dropping these are pretty sharp edges and they will slice through the rubber. If you can see right here, actually on my rubber floor, this has already happened to me. So I'm gonna have to get maybe like a drop pad of additional rubber to put under here when I'm training with the 120s. So that way it doesn't just tear up the floor, and you know, I'm gonna have to replace that rubber maybe eventually. But I'm just gonna put something on top. I mean, speaking of rubber floors, so this whole space, I actually went online and found a floor manufacturer that had 17 foot by 4 foot rolls. So I just bought 4 rolls and just laid it out and installed these myself. I've never put down flooring. It was pretty simple. I watched a couple of YouTube tutorials on how to do it. The main thing is just making sure that, you know, these things line up, that you have some good adhesive to put down so that it, you know, doesn't bubble up, or, you know, you have a lot of pressure and sometimes things can kind of like make bubbles and doesn't look that great. Let me see if I can do this. I personally haven't, you know, boxed or used punching bags much in my life, but Bianca, she's training Muay Thai. So one of her requests for the gym was a space for her to practice, you know, her drills and punching bags. So got this Muay Thai bag and hung it up right here, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to do by yourself. So, and this thing is fucking, it's kind of heavy. So this kind of gives you enough space to walk around, do your drills. But honestly, whenever I'm training, it doesn't take up all the space, but I like to have, you know, a sight into the mirror, and this kind of blocks it. But like I said, now we can also do some cardio, some punching bag stuff and drills, and she's happy, and if she's happy, I'm happy. So let's talk about lighting. Lighting is super important. You know, when I was creating this space, I thought to myself, I want this to feel like a studio, something that I could control the different moods and the different atmospheres within the gym. So as you can see right now, this is just purely natural lighting. So the only light source is coming from these windows, from the garage. The garage door is fully closed. I could also have the garage door fully open, which would allow a ton more light, but then we're only getting light from this one direction, which can create some, you know, some different shadows. And if I don't like those shadows, I wanted the ability to control that. So second thing that I installed, top-down lighting. So now we have 2 different light sources, one from the side and one from the top. So you can see it's a lot better lit. And the lighting up here is from a company called Hex Glow. Full transparency, they did send me this unit. This actually came with, I think, 5 or 6 different hex pieces, but I only needed 3, and I had to kind of work with the mounting space that I had because of this garage track, and this was like kind of the only place where I could install it. So now we have 2 different light sources. And then the third are the mirror lights. Now, I think personally, these mirror lights kind of set it off. Like these were the final touches that really makes this gym feel like a high-end luxury gym. And it also is really great for shooting content. The garage windows, now we just have the top lighting. Now we just have the mirror window, or the mirror lights on, plus the garage, and now we have all 3. So depending on the mood I'm in, it's a little bright right now, so I would probably just train like this with the mirror lights. And personally, I think that the mirror lights make this place look like a sick-ass, like high-end gym. So this is a completely custom job. I actually found a local mirror company to come and provide the mirror lengths. So this is like a 5-foot by 13-foot mirror, and this one's like a 3-foot by 8-foot mirror. These weren't cheap. This is like kind of one of the more expensive items in this build, but I added these lights around the perimeter just to give it that glow effect. So I can point my camera directly into, you know, the mirror, and it's not going to be overexposed. It's not going to be too much, and it still gives like a really nice glow on the face and on the body whenever you're training. So these only have one color. These aren't like LED lights. And the reason is because this specific light, LEDs, they don't have like, you know, they have the tracks of LED lights where it kind of shows like bursts, you know, so you'll have these hot spots all around the light. These are consistent. So these are really bendable and they don't create the hot spots. So as long as you're putting it on an even surface, it'll create a consistent glow around. Lighting makes a huge difference. So some of the pros of having your own home gym means, you know, you can train whenever you want. There's no like open, closed gym hours. There's no rush hours either. So you don't have to be waiting on equipment. It's literally just you and you, or you and like your spouse or whoever you train with. And, you know, Third thing is like you can control how clean it is. You know, I love golds, but you know, some of the equipment there is pretty old, it's pretty dirty, and you know, I like to, you know, stay clean if possible. And then also music. You know, we didn't talk about music, but I have a Sonos speaker right here, and I get to control the music. Like, how many times have I gone to the gym and forgot my headphones, and I'm like, the workout's ruined. I'm just gonna go back home and grab my headphones because I cannot listen to the standard gym playlist that I've heard a million times at Golds. So I get to control my music and the atmosphere, which is everything to me whenever you're like a professional and you know, you need your dojo, you know, you need your space. Sometimes I don't want to train in front of people. Sometimes I don't want to be around other people. I like very much introverted a lot of the time. So having my own space and getting to do this, you know, create more content for you guys and do more tutorials, like this is exactly what I've been wanting my whole life, but haven't really had the opportunity to have a space to make this a reality until now. From the moment I really sat down and made an intention to create this home gym, from that moment until now, you're looking about maybe a month and a half in between. So the way that I like to manifest is getting really clear on what it is that I am trying to create. And I went to my journal, I wrote down all of the features that I wanted my home gym to have. You know, I thought as big as possible. You know, I wanted the lighting, I wanted the look, I wanted the aesthetics, you know, even down to the company that I was hoping to work with. And you know, here we are. So if you are looking to, you know, create anything, you have to get clear on the vision first and let the rest kind of unfold, and, you know, obviously take inspired action every step of the way to make it happen. But it all starts with the vision. So that vision for me maybe started a long time ago, but I got really clear on it within the last 2 months. All right, guys, if you like this content, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment for any future videos you would like to see. I'm also gonna put links for all of the different things that I purchased in the description so you can take a look for yourself if you wanna get some of this stuff. And as always, I really appreciate every single one of you guys in this community on YouTube, and I will see you on the next video. See you guys.